Hey y'all, and welcome to 90 House Tips. Today we're going to talk about cleaning with kids. So here we have Tiffany Fernandez and her beautiful daughter, Sienna. If you want to say hey. Sienna, you want to say hey? Hi. So we're going to just discuss some things that Tiffany does now that she is a mother, recently married 2 years ago?
Yeah.
2 years ago. So she's just going to discuss on some things that she does as a mother with kids. So, okay, let's get started. For our first question, so Tiffany, so what was your cleaning schedule and your transition from Sienna being an infant to her now being the toddler? How did your cleaning schedule transition in that way?
Can you guys it? So as my child was an infant, it was a lot easier to do cleaning because I was able to have a consistent schedule. Typically, she would go to sleep for an hour and a half, and so during those times, I would clean. I usually like to clean early in the morning. I would get the most done during those times. So a lot of times while she was sleeping, I would try to at least fold laundry and maybe do some cooking for dinner, as well as like straightening up the living room or the kitchen, simple things like that. I would not do the laundry as far as running the laundry because it would make noise and I didn't want her to wake up. So, but yeah, so as an infant, that was how the schedule went. Now, as she became a toddler, it did change. It became a little bit more difficult just because she's a lot more active now. And it requires more energy from me, and I'll be tired. So it looks very different from when she's an infant up to now being a toddler. But in that sense, I still have a cleaning schedule. It just has changed over the years. Typically now I try to clean on Fridays if I can. If not, I try to just tidy up during the week. Typically at the end of the night before bed, I try to do some cleaning. So yeah, Fridays is usually when I'm more free. So I do laundry during those days, as well as try to fold some clothes or do some vacuuming. So that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay. So now, what is your current cleaning schedule? So is it like the same, or what does it do now?
Well, now, again, as I said, as she has become a toddler, she's very active and very busy, and she tries her best to try to help me, but it's usually she's just in the way. So it looks different. Again, she doesn't sleep as much as she used to, so it is harder to clean because she's up more hours of the day. So when she tries to take a quick nap, I try to clean, but usually I'm trying to take a nap at that point because I need some rest. But yeah, so I typically will get up still early in the morning and do some laundry. Do laundry, fold clothes, vacuum, and also clean the bathroom. So that's kind of what it looks like.
So what is early? I hear you saying get up early. What time is that? What is early?
So for me, it may be like 7 o'clock in the morning while she's still asleep. Typically, she doesn't get up to about 10, 11. So I have a good amount of time to get some things done. That's kind of what it looks like right now.
Okay.
Around 7.
So what is cleaning with multiple kids? So I know you have another daughter who's 8. So what does that look like? Is that the same or is it different? What is that?
It's different, but in a better way because I have extra hands to help me.
Okay.
So usually I try to incorporate the 8-year-old and try to get her to make sure she keep her room clean and help me out around the house with her little sister, just cleaning up after themselves before they go to another activity. So, and that kind of maintains the house throughout the week, just having those extra pair of hands.
Okay. And so, I like our last question. What is some advice you would give to a new mother? Maybe this is her first child. What is some advice you would give to her as far as how to maintain, the organization of her house? What would you give her? What would you say?
Okay. So I would say the first thing is to have a plan. Try your best to make a plan as to what areas you want to clean. So if that's do laundry that day or vacuuming that day or just clean the kitchen. It's okay if you start off with one task. As long as you try to get something done throughout the day, that is a win. So again, first, making a plan of what you want to clean. Secondly, I would say trying your best to incorporate designated areas if you have kids that you want to maintain throughout the week. So that you know, well, you always will maintain those areas, so that's one less thing that you have to clean. I think that would be helpful as far as just your sanity and not making you feel chaotic or feel overwhelmed about all the responsibilities that you have, especially when you have an infant.
Right. Oh, well, thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you for the advice. As you heard her, always have a plan. That is number one. And even for those who don't have children, having a plan is definitely a great thing to do when you are cleaning and keeping the organization of your place of living. So thank you again. Thank you for coming on to Naughty House Tips. And until then, bye-bye. Bye.